Right, so I just got a message with someone telling me that I sound like David Tennant mixed with Ricky Gervais. Okay, I'm not so sure how true that is, based on the fact that David Tennant is Scottish. Alright, well, whatever. Look, this is our first time meeting, so whatever. I guess it's fine that you're late, but can you take this more seriously? Yeah. Why is it okay? Oh, whatever. Kurt waves me off with an unconcerned shrug. I gotcha, no worries. The way he says it just makes me worry even more. I mean it, Madry. That means showing up on time from now on, okay? Whatever, Mum. Don't call me that. Oh, it's really difficult not to want to punch him in the face, isn't it? Fine, whatever, Dad. Look, at least that's better. I can beat you up and still have a reason for it. I choked back a laugh, forgetting myself. If anyone else had said that, I'd be laughing so hard, but oh god, Kurt! I can't believe I found one of his stupid jokes funny. Noticing this, Kurt's eyes light up and he cocks a brow as if waiting for my admission to his superior sense of humour. It's be infuriating living with him, wouldn't it? Oh, fine, that one was actually funny. Score! Kurt folds his hand behind his head and leans back smugly on his back legs of his chair, rocking back and forth. I'm so tempted to reach with my foot and push him over. Anyway, can we finally get started? You got it, Coach? First Mum, now Coach. Kurt shrugs as I shoot him a puzzled glance. Well, he isn't... That's one of the few things I'm probably not even going to have a go at him for, but Nicole is still like, nope, you're a dick. You're basically like my football coach, but for econ, right? Same. I can only shrug back and accept his analogy. I'm going to get a headache if I try to figure out what the heck goes on inside of Kurt's brain. You're not, you'll just feel a sense of empathy. No, not empathy, emptiness. Fucking hell, that's miles off. Emptiness. We get started with the tutoring session, and I'm pretty optimistic about it. I show Kurt a few problems with the book, start explaining them, and we rinse and repeat as we work our way through the first chapter. Yeah, it's stuff from the past test, but it doesn't hurt to review. If Kurt doesn't get this, everything else in the book is going to kill him. I want to make sure that he's solid with this. Alright. However, along the way, my expectations about how much progress we're going to make gets lower and lower. I honestly do believe Kurt can do this. This material isn't that hard, but... Okay, so just study here where the supply and demand curves intersect, and is he going to say something about my curves? No, okay. I look up to see if Kurt is following, and I see him sitting back trying to balance a pencil on his upper lip. Can we say that I have no interest of tutoring him anymore? Sigh. This is why I'm having a hard time believing that this tutoring thing is going to work. It's like Kurt isn't even trying to learn. First he comes late, and now this. I don't want to be a waste of either of our times. Give me a choice. Give me a choice. Hey, Madry. I whisper in a hushed voice and snap my fingers at him, causing the pencil to fall in his lap. Kurt gives me a dirty look. What? You're not paying attention. Yeah, I am. He holds his book up, then groans he realises he's holding it upside down. Hold up. He switches it so it's the right way up. Then points a diagram shown on the page. You were talking about how this thingy right here has to do with the laws of supply and demand. I lower my eyelids and pull up my textbook so he can see. I tap my pen impatiently on the page. That was 5 pages ago. We're interpreting these graphs now. Oh. Kurt sucks his breath in between his teeth. I'm ready to whack him with this textbook. I wonder how I missed that. Because you were busy being a dick. People like you are never going to learn. We should just put you in prison. I joke, of course. I don't think we should do that at all. It sounds terrible. I guess it's partially my fault for not checking more regularly. How is it your fault? But was it really so wrong to assume he'd be listening to me? No, it wasn't. Whatever. I crossed my arms and furrowed my brow, attempting to appear all business. I'm going to go if you keep this up. Hey, what? You can't just leave? Try me. It's not like I'm doing it to be mean, but you're just not listening to me. What's the point of me staying here when all you're doing is wasting my time? I lower my voice as I'm on the verge of shouting right now. Even if Kurt's driving me crazy, it'd be really embarrassing if I got just 2 kicked out of the library for being too loud. Kurt warily combs a hand through his hair, pulling it back. He exhales slowly as he does this. Look, I'm sorry, okay? It's really hard for me to understand this stuff. I can't keep up. Whenever I don't get something, I zone out. Then why not ask, you Whatever. I get it. You could have told me that was the problem. It's not like I can handle it. I figured I could catch up when you started going onto new stuff. Ain't nothing. This is the kind of person who goes, ain't nothing but a chicken wing, right? No? Is that Ted? Might be a Southern thing. Does he seriously think I'm going to buy that? Save the macho act for the cheerleaders, Marjorie. If you don't get something, it's only going to make understanding the rest much harder. Fess up, where did I lose you? I get what supply and demand are, but I don't get how to apply it. Then you start talking about equilibrium price and you completely lose it. He doesn't get that? Really? Really? It's fine. It's fine, Tenarium. Marjorie is in the smiting book. It's fine. Okay. Then let's start with applying this stuff in a way that you get. I say that, but the problem is that I'm not sure how I'm supposed to explain this in a way that Kurt will understand. I thought I was already doing it in a very simple way. How am I going to make this even simpler? Wait, maybe I don't have to. As long as it's something Kurt really gets, then maybe I'll help him make some connections. Perfect, I think I know just how to use it too. Okay, we can use American football analogies. Alright, let's prepare myself for 5 minutes of not understanding what the fuck she's going to be on about. Help me out here. Isn't there something where you pretend to be a football coach and you, like, draft actual players online to make your super dream team? Yeah. You're talking about fantasy football. Ah, you guys call that the same as we do. There we go. I knew it had some dumb name like that. Do you play it? I knew how to, but I thought we were talking about economics here, Grave. Why the sudden switch of topic? It'll help, trust me. Right. So let's just say the two of us are coaches. Obviously, we're going to want to draft the best team possible, right? Duh, of course, no point playing if you're not aiming to go all the way. That has a slight double meaning in there somewhere. Goes for everything if you catch my drift. Yeah. Yeah, well done. Kurt, well done. You made the same joke I did. You stop that. Hey, all I'm saying is if there's grass in the field, might as well play some... Slap him. Anyway, I hastily stop before Kurt can utter another stupidly perverse thing. Let's just stick with making our offense for now. This means we're going to want a quarterback, like you, and wide receivers, right? There are usually 2 or 3 of them. They're the only guys who can catch a pass when... Yeah, whatever, details. So we'll need a quarterback, 2 wide receivers, and... Crap. I know there's another special position on offense. My dad said he's the guy who's... the quarterback hands the ball off to sometimes. What is it? What is it? Oh, right, I remember. Why would I remember that? I don't know. Does it look like I'm fucking interested in American football? I'm into football, rugby and cricket. And by football, I mean soccer. I don't know. Alright. Well, I think my very, very vague sense of knowing about this makes me think that lineback is someone who sits there and just fends off people, isn't it? Running back doesn't even sound like a real thing. And cornerback. Oh, is it because lineback's the only real position there? Aha! Running back. Hang on, let's save it before we do this. Boosh, boosh, boosh. Running back. We need running backs. That's right, right? Nice, that's it. Really? There's an actual position called running back. That's ridiculous. No, I'm not getting friendly with Kurt fucking Marjorie. Not a chance. Lineback. And we'll do linebacks, I think. Kurt stifles a laugh at the back of his throat, and I figure that I messed that up. Those are for defense, Grave. They guard the line, hence their name. Yeah, see? I know what fucking linebacks are. Jeez, how was I supposed to know that? I don't play football. You were probably thinking of running back. The name's kind of the same. Kurt grins teasingly, obviously amused. I shouldn't have chanced it. I knew Kurt would give me hell if I messed up the term. Why not just ask? I don't expect anyone to just randomly know all like the names of things in football. By that I mean soccer. I do my best to maintain my composure and continue. I am not going to let Kurt Marjorie get to me any further. Not today. Alright, back to what we were saying. We'll need a quarterback, 2 running backs, and 3 wide receivers for our... 2 running backs? What the fuck? Whatever. And there's only a limited amount of players for each position, right? In the 30s for quarterbacks, 40s for running backs, 70s for wide receivers. Something around that. That's our supply. It's how much of however we want is available to us. So the supply of quarterbacks is only around 30, see? What? Are we talking percentages here? Yeah, probably. Now our demand is how much we want of whatever it is. Okay. So it's kind of tricky to determine demand. So if there's a really good quarterback up for grabs, for example, he'd probably have a huge demand. Ah, okay, right, I see. Look, I didn't do this. As I've said before, all my education was in Spanish, so trying to translate what things mean and then understand it in this language is like, okay, so this is this, and then she says that. It's like, oh, okay, no, so that's that. Just saying now, because there's people on the internet who's like, lol, you're so stupid. Well, yeah. Why do I even care? Yeah, fuck you. Ha ha ha. Oh dear. Do you follow that so far? Can I start going on to other stuff now? Holy crap. Kurd looks stunned. I think I'm getting this. Does he always break into a cold sweat every time he understands it? I could cry. Finally, maybe all is not lost for young Kurt. Now that Kurt is finally getting a grasp on the material, it's not that hard to go over the rest of the chapter. All I have to do is bring it back to football and he's suddenly getting it. I don't want to say one-track mind, but wow, if I knew it'd be that simple, I would have used a football analogy from the start. No, okay, we're going to start calling it American football, just not to confuse people who know things by their actual names. And we're done with the chapter. I turned the page in my textbook to see a whole summary and a start of new chapter questions. That took a little longer than I thought it would, but we did it. So, do you still have any questions? Like anything we need to go over again? Kurt takes a moment to ponder this, but eventually he shakes his head proudly. Now, I think I get everything. He gave us these questions in the back of the book, right? Should I do those? Some of them. Hold on, let me see. I tried to remember which questions I found the most useful and were the most relevant to what we were tested on. Kurt scribbles down the question numbers as I lift them off, appearing to look like a student for once. So he stood up. So the choice in this scene is, do we get the right position in American football? Not, can we please stop fucking tutoring you? Oh, well, whatever. Got it. I'll try and do these on my own. He turns to look out the library window. Damn, it got late fast. I have to get something to eat. Kurt looks at me. I can already guess what's going to come out of his mouth. Either a proposal, a dirty joke, or a 2-for-1 special. Let's hope it's a 2-for-1 special. How about it, Brave? Want me to treat you to dinner? I would rather die in a hole. Ha! Maybe if you show me all this tutoring is working and manage to get a B on the next test. You serious? Yeah, why not? I scoff and laugh. It's obvious I'm being sarcastic here. Kurt's bearable, but I doubt I could handle sitting all through dinner with him making horrible one-liners. Also, I have higher standards than good grades. Alright, I'm going to hold you on that. Kurt starts packing away his things, as if the faster he leaves, the less time I have to take back what I said. Hey, I wasn't being serious. Too late. If I get a B on the next test, you'll have to go to dinner for me. That's not how free will... No, that's not how free will works. I'm pretty sure I have to say yes, and a joking suggestion doesn't make it true. Madre. I break the library's sacred rule and accidentally yell. All eyes move to me for my outburst, and I sit in embarrassment covering my mouth. Kurt snickers silently, snickers, at me before making a quiet getaway, complete with a 2-fingered salute over his brow. I was going to say, what kind of 2-fingered salute? Because in England that means something completely different. He mouths something at me before he leaves. See you next time, Grave. Man, he got me again. How do I keep letting this happen to me? I sigh as I begin to pull stuff into my bag. Well, I guess it's not all that bad. If this is what motivates him to do best in his test, then so be it. I'll just have to take one for the football team. There's a joke in that too. When all my stuff is properly put away, I sling my bag over my shoulder and head out. I tap the roller app on my phone and get to work on a text post. After everything that happened, I seriously need to vent. Tutor some guy from my class today. I talk under my breath as I think about how to continue. Oh, that really fucking annoys me. People who can't write something down without speaking about it out loud. It's not that difficult, is it? Just speak. I'm going to go, I can type, well, the guys went out today without having to go, well, hang on, well, oh, no, okay, no, we did something bad there. I hit space. Let's not do that again. But yeah, I can type without having to fucking read out loud. It drives me on the wall. Alright then. I think it went better than expected. If law doesn't work out, pretty sure I could make it in the football coaching business. You really couldn't. Right then. Where to go? Where to go?